a week is recommended. Thank you, Hugo. Feeling much better, man. Thank you. Lately I haven't been using the monthly much lately, man. Not gonna lie. I've been just sticking to the weekly and the daily mainly. I'm gonna update a lot of those videos, but lately I've just been to the weekly and the daily. All right. So let's touch up on the pairs for this week. Let's discuss last week because my boy that helps me clip these videos, we got some new clips for this week. Like I look back at these videos and sometimes like to myself, I am out of words because literally everything that I say happens perfectly. Like I'm not capping because everything is pre-recorded, right? And I don't have any data. Like I don't know anybody in the feds or anything, right? So I just predicting everything. Um, let's start off with this trade on NZD JPY. Obviously, we got into this trade earlier this week. Did exactly that I wanted it to do, came back into my area of interest, rejected from my EMA, rejected from around psychological level, 4-hour bearish and go. Everything was there. The whole nine was there. Everything that I needed to take the trade was there. And exactly like I mentioned to you guys, the moment we body close under this zone here, it's a pretty much no man's land all the way into this point here. So this thing got lucky to not close under this because obviously I would have milked this, but I got taken out in a loss on this trade. As you guys can tell, I don't go break even. Should I have gone break even? Yes. But I thought this was going to have like a wick pullback into here and then keep going down just to create like another 4-hour lower high. Obviously, I was wrong, but it's okay because I completely assumed the risk before taking the trade. So there's nothing wrong with that. You know, it just kind of sucks being up and then having the loss. So this is the first trade that I took during the week. I could have closed the trade at a 1-3 risk to reward, but my take profit was basically a 1-5, right? So my analysis was temporarily correct, but long-term incorrect. As you guys can tell, we have very clean rejected this level for 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I obviously thought bearish momentum was going to continue. Sorry. And then we have obviously body closed above. We are still bearish in this weekly move because this would be the low. This would be the lower high, lower low. So this right now is just creating structure. So this could still be creating a lower high. I personally myself am not interested in this. Like I don't like chasing these moves. So unless this gives me like a pullback like this to then buy, cool. But until then, I'm not interested, right? So for now, I'm just gonna leave it there. NZD USD, the sells did not continue, but you can't help to notice that the weekly time frame is still bearish. We're just having like a little wick pullback. We did not enter this trade again. We just really not paying attention to it, not crazy interested in it. AUD CAD, if you guys notice, this happened exactly like I wanted it to happen. I explained we're pulling back to retest our weekly EMA, retest structure, retest round psychological. So when I go down to the daily time frame, if you notice the daily time frame, we're then looking for it to come down and retest under this 4-hour structure. You guys remember I literally drew the zone. Like whoever clips this, please clip it and then just pop up this. I literally said the only way I would take this trade short is if we break and retest under this zone, because by that time we'll get the shift to the EMA, shift to the support and the resistance. And that is exactly what happened. We broke under, retested the EMA, bearish engulfing, gone. I didn't get into this trade just because I was looking at other trades, but pretty much this trade happened exactly how I wanted it to. For now, I'm no longer interested in the trade is pretty much essentially like gone, right? Because if I don't get in at the area I wanted to, I don't chase it. USD JPY, again, let's go back to the clips. Predicted this perfectly. I said we're waiting for a pullback to retest this structure, EMA, area of interest, round psychological, and that's exactly what happened. This is the trade that I managed to get on Friday. Was low-key a little bit of a high risk trade because my ideal stop loss should have been under here. Was a big stop loss, but obviously bigger reward. That's why my lot sizes did go down. And I placed my take profit at this structure level right here. I didn't really want to stretch it out to this point, which I should, but I mean, I ended up closing the trade early anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But I do believe bullish momentum is like I've been calling the longs on this trade since this point right here. I've been calling the buys all the way since literally this point. We got to buy here. We got to buy here. Now we got to buy here. And we're going to get the next buy once it does this. And the next buy and the next buy and the next buy. Like that's all we're waiting for is that higher low to go long. So predicted this perfectly. I am expecting for this trade to have a retracement. Once we have the retracement, I'm just expecting for the same thing. A pullback to now this area of interest right here. If you notice here, we have one, we can kind of make this look like this. 1, 2, kind of 3, 4, 5. So this is where I go down to the 4-hour. I noticed that it is a very well respected. My Wi-Fi is a little slow. Very well respected level of support and resistance, retest, just same thing, right? We know this is gonna go bearish on the lower time frame. So once we get on this area, we wait for the shift to go to the upside. So USD JPY will continue. USD CAD never got the pullback to the area of interest. It's okay, don't get no trade. We did get a very nice weekly bullish engulfing the last week, not the previous one, the week before that one. This weekly doji, it's like okay, if you guys notice, usually it fills. So when we're at an area of interest, we have a bullish candle rejection. Weekly doji, we fill it. Weekly doji, we fill it. Weekly doji, we fill it. So now we have this weekly doji. I think we can easily fill it. So the thing that I do want it to do is I do want it to come to a solid area so I can buy. Kind of the only area I can see making sense would be this zone right here. So we have support, resistance, 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 retesting a support, retesting EMA. I don't love how it went bearish. I'm just going to watch it. I'm not a big fan of it. I'm just looking to buy at this or at this area, but not a big fan of it right now. GBP USD never broke under for sells. Let me just delete all this stuff. I don't even know what's going on over here. Right? Broke under, weekly, bullish, it's crazy. To have some still potential move. I mean, I don't like buying at the top, right? Like, I don't like buying at the weekly higher high. I just don't. Like, I don't like buying here. I like buying here on the pullback. And as of right now, we are here. So that's why I'm not interested on this trade. NGD CAD. What should I do when I feel I overtrade but still want to hop back on the charts to see how it looked like? I mean, I'm gonna post a picture of how many trades I took in the month of April. I'll tell you guys right now exactly how many trades. How many trades do you guys think I took in the month of April? Like, take a guess. How many trades do you guys think I took? Okay. Okay. I think you guys are following all of my trades. A lot of you guys are getting it like right on the money. Yeah, I took 8 trades in the month of April. 8. These are all of my trades for the month of April. I have it in a screenshot. I'm going to post it later. I don't know if you guys can see it. 8 trades in the month of April. If you divide 8 trades in the 4 weeks, 2, 4, 6, 8. I literally take 2 trades a week. Quality versus quantity. Like for me, over trading is just a mindset thing. You just don't have the right mindset. Your mindset is the more I trade, the more I make. That's just not how it works. It's the better the trade, the more you make. and you're not going to get a really good trade every day. So to answer your question, bro, what do I do when I overtrade? You just got to change your mentality because you don't have the right mentality. Like your approach is I want to be more active so I make more money. That's not how this works, right? Because we're all used to, oh, the more you work out, the more gains you get, the more overtime you work, the more you get paid. And all of this stuff are true for like that side of the world, right? Like this side of the world, this is like completely different. This is like, it just doesn't compare. So less is more, bro. Okay, so this is NZD CAD weekly. See, look, like I actually like this, right? So weekly is bullish, but we understand that we could potentially still be creating a pullback. We're under this very strong level. Daily time frame is still bearish, right? This is lower, 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 high, lower, low. We're at this area. The 4 hour is bearish because this would be the lower high, or this is the lower high. I just need to show the time frame to go bearish. All right, so in order for me to take the trade short, I just need a break and breathe test under this. Very easy. Right. So in order for me to take the trade short, I would just need something like this. Simple. Because I don't want to sell inside that zone. So we're going to put this up here. Euro AUD. Wow. We are at a nice higher high. I am good. Well, all the JPY pairs clearly had a very strong push to the upside. I am good. CAD JPY. I mean, does this not just look empty? Like, just be honest. Do you not like? Does it not like? Let's just put it like this. What do you think this has a higher probability of doing right now? Just keep going up off of nothing, or having a minor pullback and then going long? This is what you want to wait for. You just want to wait for this pullback, and once you get this pullback at this area, you wait for the shift to structure, and then you buy. That's literally it. But it just doesn't look good. Like I don't know. It doesn't look like it just doesn't look like this. You get me? It doesn't look how this, like my goal is to take this trade. My goal is to not take the next trade, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to now and try and take this next trade setup. Like I want to get the one before. Like I wait the weeks to get it like this, not feel like everybody now and want to hop in after they see the move. You get me? That's where the 99% of the traders chase a trade and then make the mistake. Like I want to get in before the push, not chase the push. Because I'm already in before the momentum. So now waiting for the pullback, it could get a little sketchy because it could have a longer retracement versus not. I want to get in before the push, and that's exactly like what we do all the time, right? Now people see this big move and they're like, all right, how can I get in? There's clearly momentum. How can I figure out how to get in? Like, bro, that's it. You're wrong. Like you have to figure out how to get in before the move. Not once you see the movement, try and get in with the movement. That's when you try to like buy at the highest high or whatever, right? Does that make sense? Type 1 if yes, type 2 if no. It should be very clear. So like people see this move and like, fuck, bro, it's moving a lot. How do I get in now? It's like, bro, see, you're already wrong. Like you missed the move. Like, you can't get in now. See, I like getting trades like this before the move because you can set something up. You can set up a nice trade setup. But there's nothing here. GBP CHF, still nothing until we break above that. Nothing. We're all at that highest high. Nothing. This looks very interesting, but nothing. Nothing, and then nothing. All right, so for this week, I only have. All right, so for this week, I have top 3. So I got 1, 2, and then 3. All right, so yeah, your GDP does look okay, but again, same thing. Like you can't get in on this momentum. You need to wait for this, and then here is where you enter the sell. You get me? Like you can't do anything right now. You got to wait for that pullback into here, and then the push to the downside. But until you don't get that pullback, you can't do absolutely nothing. Like there's no point of jumping in down. All right, so this is what I got for this week. I got NZD CAD waiting for that shift to go bearish, which this one's actually looking very solid because if we get a bearish rejecting candlestick from here, that shows we're obviously rejecting that area of interest. And then on the lower time frames, that'll be a shift of structure, wait for the pullback, retest to the EMA, and then we sell. If you notice, it is literally the same exact trade as this one. I'm literally doing the same exact thing. We're at the area of interest. I just wait for the shift and then the retest. This is exactly what we're waiting for here. The shift and then the retest. USD CAD, maybe some buys at this area if I could find them. If not, wait for them at this area. So 2 potential buys, 1 buys right here. And then another buy somewhere over here if we manage to get it. And then USD JPY, a pullback, retest this level to then go long. Should I close AUD CAD? Nah, bro, not. I mean, I personally wouldn't. You notice this weekly candlestick has closed under, so it's showing nice bearish momentum. What you could expect for now is this next weekly candlestick to open and have a wick retracement to then keep going down. How big is that wick retracement going to be? I have no idea. Like, this can now create, like, just ask yourself, do you think this keeps going down, or it can use a little left head, right shoulder to then sell? You get me? So it's just our point of view. Like, it just really does depend. So yeah, that's what I have for this week. I only have 3. They're not as crazy or as clean as last week. So this would be my 1, 2, and then 3. Whoever is clipping these clips, thank you, bro.